Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about spacing really quick, right? This is just to help understand everything that's happening and what you're going to ask from your teammates going forward and what you're going to be able to understand and do. Right now, we've got a team that's on top of this structure, right? Do you want to defend this or? And they don't exactly know where we are. So for a moment, we have an element of surprise. We also don't know where they are. But we're creating space between us and the enemy so that they can't just dive us and stick to us, right? So, for example, if we stay here, right, the enemy is going to end up popping up here, here, and here, and there's nothing we can do to get away, right, once they look down on us. So we're now over this side, right? Me and my teammate is over here, and when they pop up, there's a decent amount of distance to run away. Simple stuff. But what's going to happen here, and the reason why we cannot defend this spot, right, is the point of interest. So for example, we're going to have, let me see if you guys can see this. We have, whoops, we have 1 point of interest here, and the enemy, this roof, has the potential to create 3 individual points of interest. So the enemy just has to look. All 3 of them just have to look in one direction. So I'll draw this out on the screen. So the enemy could end up popping up like that. And they are all going to just have to look over here. And all they're looking at is 1 point of interest. Whereas for us, we're not looking at 1. We have 3. So that's why we can't stay here. Yeah, man. That's the first guy. Now we run. Right? We have to run because all 3 of them are going to come. Okay, back up. This is why chokes are so easy to hold, right? Understand the logic behind why a choke is easy to hold, because we have right now we have 1 point of interest here, and they are going to have to deal with 1 and 2 angles, but it's only 1 gun versus 3, which is why this is still bad for me, and I have to operate correctly. If I shoot these guys while their attention is on me, I'm gonna just get messed up. So I have to allow myself to back up when the attention is on me and let Nanda shoot, and then Nanda has to back up when they're on him and let me shoot. But what's gonna happen is they're gonna still push through and get us, right? So this point of interest, they're going to move up and take this space. But by the time, right, by the time they get to this space here, me and Nanda should have created 2 more points of interest on this, right? On this point of interest here. And this is what we have to understand. So for example, I'm going to try and do this quickly, right? So if you have 3 people here, right, versus 3 people here, what we have is a little cluster. 1 point of interest versus 3 points of interest. This will give you guys options. Because the enemy has to focus on 2 points and make decisions. Do we close the distance with this one? Do we throw our attention on this one? Or do we close the distance on this one? Do we throw our attention on this one while closing the distance on this one? You guys can react accordingly here. What should happen is there should be 3 points of interest versus 3 points of interest. Right? But what also happens, and what you also got to understand, is that even if there are 2 clusters like this, right? So that's 1 point of interest versus 1 point of interest. A very common scenario. There's still a dynamic, there's still a formation. So if you use a microscope, right, this guy can be looking at this guy. This guy can be looking at this guy. This guy can also be looking at this guy, right? And the enemy, they could all be looking at one guy. So understanding how to operate within each other, right? Operate correctly against the enemy's attention is important, and we covered that in the other videos, right? How to operate correctly. This guy can't just drop down. He can't just drop dead, right? Or they're just gonna keep focusing. So there's a dance that happens. But when you do this dance, you want to have space, so they can't just move as well. Right now, both teams are stationary, right? Maybe there's an open field and no one can cross it. You have to still operate correctly. But if this is an isolated battlefield and they can move around freely, what you don't want is for them to surround you, because you're going to have to turn your head left and right and give up information, right? Give up gathering information, so it's harder to operate correctly. That's where communication is important, right? Anyways, let's go forward.
Are they rest pushing? No, they're not.
So again,
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not.
do you see that? Right? So he shot me first, right? This guy up front.
Rest pushing? No.
He shoots me. Boom. I try to hide.
They're not. No, they're not. No.
And Nanda starts shooting him. But this guy's in the open, so he has a choice. Does he hold his attention on me and let Nanda shoot him for free, or does he change to Nanda and shoot back at Nanda? I want to know what he's going to do, and preferably I want my teammate to tell me, right? But if not, I have to listen. Is he shooting at Nanda? Right? If he is,
No, they're not. No, they're not.
right? I gotta poke out. I gotta check. When I poke my head out, it's gotta be a check, not a play, right? I have to do it carefully and be ready. He could still be looking at me, so I'll be backing up, because I don't want Nanda to say, "Why did you poke your head out there, dude? I was covering you." And I'll go, I don't know, like I was just playing the game, right? So now I'm trying to operate correctly here, so my teammate doesn't go, "Bro, what was that?"
Yeah.
Right?
Did you get him?
Now
Did you get him?
they're low, and I'm playing safe, and I'm asking. I want to know, right? Like, did you get him, or what's going on? Now I know they're gonna get the shield swaps. They're gonna heal up, and they're gonna push us together. We gotta move.
Oh god. Okay, let's leave. Let's leave.
So I'm not gonna draw the lines just because it's a bit long, but I'm gonna describe them, right?
We defend again. We defend the stroke again.
So now I'm taking this point, and my teammate is taking. This is Nanda again, by the way. And this is an old video. This is when we were climbing. We're climbing in Spectres in Diamond, and we're just using our ults, right, to climb. Get into Masters, right? Trust me, I do not care about rank, right? Rank is just anyways, right? It's a great place to practice. This thing means nothing though, right? So you want to get better. You want to play to get better. Don't play for the rank, because You're just gonna be in the same situation with a different color badge, right? Anyways,
If you can. Yeah. If you can.
so we have 2 points of interest now, right? And they're gonna come out here and have 1 point of interest. What's gonna be scary is if one of them ignores us and then runs back here and takes some space here. I'll be like, holy shit, this team knows what they're doing, right? We need to move back a bit more or even just run, right? But because we're, you know, we know that this is just a diamond lobby and teams operate on a very mediocre level, right? Often. Like, we have a fighting chance.
Here they come.
So as long as I don't take this challenge here, and this is the issue with solo queue, is that you don't trust your teammates, right? They could shoot here and keep shooting and drop dead, so that's why you stay closer and that's why you do the things you do, and that's how you build the bad habits. What you need to do is put yourself in a position where you can help them if they don't operate correctly, but you also do not instantly die if the team focuses you. You always need to keep your options open. You will see your teammates die and they will say, where were you, bro? Why wasn't you helping me? But they gotta learn, right? I was covering you. You got yourself killed by taking that fight. And believe me, there are more players out there that will accidentally operate correctly, right? They will only throw their fundamentals out the window when they think they're winning the fight. You know, they go, oh, I cracked, I knocked one, let's go. And they'll push out and you're like, Jesus Christ. But when the fight starts off, don't do anything crazy or you will be throwing the game before you even know it, right? So
42.
Reloading.
Okay, I'm watching.
Coming back.
Back up. We move.
immediately, right? Because that space is still too close. That space is still too close. Plus, they have a rev. They showed us they have a rev early on. It's coming. The ult is coming, and they're gonna push us, man. But we can handle this if we're in correct positions, right?
Back a bit more. We move back a bit more. Let's see. We're destroying them. We're actually destroying them here. I've got a good spot.
The way they're playing, right? The way they're playing is showing a lot of weaknesses, and this is in everyone's play, right? Very rarely do I see. Anyways.
Red pushing. Okay, I'm watching you.
So now it's for him to know. Don't just run and leave me, but do not fight them, because I'm gonna cover this angle for you, and he knows that. Which is why this happens.
Yeah, I'm watching you. Let him. 82. Kill that guy. Your first guy.
Right? So his position was open there, but now he's in the spot where he can deny this guy. They tried to push together, and they're doing it very sloppy, right? They didn't push me out of my spot before they rushed him. So this guy took damage. This guy took a lot of damage when he was in the air, right?
Nice.
And he's not going to fight this guy 1v1.
Nice. I'm watching Rev. On me. After this guy. On me.
Immediately, there's one guy that I don't know where he is, and I'm assuming he's coming for me. I heard a footstep. I'm assuming he's coming around. He abandoned his team to make a smart play, right? When he should have just shot me from a distance.
I'm watching Rev. On me. After this guy. On me. Do you see him?
No.
So this is the same thing I was talking about in the first video. And this is what I wanted Nanda to do in the other video, right? Sorry. In the video, the Reddit reply one, right? I should put that in after this video actually. Is to understand where I was, drop down and play a spot and say, yo, on me, it shall cover me. Right?
No, I don't.
You got me?
Again, I'm still trying to take cover from this guy, because to get me, he has to commit. I'm gonna move to the right, and if he wants me, he's gonna have to drop off and get sent back.
Yeah, you can get him.
But because his death protection went, now he's running, you know? Because we know it's going, right? We know the death protection doesn't last that long.
Oh, he's gonna die, bro. We got him. Okay, hold on. What's the next guy? 2v2? 2v1? He's here. Okay, I'm watching.
Right?
Oh, he hit me. Let me back.
So here's the other error that happened, right? We had space and we had angles. But even Nanda, right? Nanda's fucking amazing at the game and he's way better than what he is now. Let me tell you that. He is much better. And by the way, if you guys are interested in playing Team Deathmatch with us, send us a message because I want to play with everyone. Like if you're interested in getting better and you want to play against teams and you want to play against this type of stuff and learn this stuff, contact us. Join our Discord because we are up for playing with everyone and we're going to play with everyone and we're going to learn with everyone. We're just about getting better. So, you know, stay tuned. So the last thing I wanted was Nanda to come to me and collapse on me and create 1 point of interest.
Yeah, you can get him. Oh, he's gonna die, bro. We got him. Okay, hold on. What's the next guy? 2v2? 2v1? He's here. Okay, I'm watching.
Right? Nanda says he's batting, so I'm not gonna just take this challenge, right? I'm waiting for him to bat. But as soon as he bats, he comes and stands right next to me, which does nothing. Because this guy just needs to play against 1 point of interest. We have 2 people, we need to create 2 points of interest. So this guy has no idea what to do. We play correctly in that. And that's what the issue is here. We can't push. Because he's just going to beam whoever. He's just going to line of sight one of us.
Let me bat. Watch yourself. Wait for me.
Right? And correct interaction wouldn't allow the damage to get done here. Because he would know. You know? He would know. Yo. Sorry, my Discord just went off. He would know that he's going to take damage unnecessarily, right?
Wait for me.
26. Batting again.
Okay. Here we go.
I'm not batting.
Yo, he's fucked. Yeah. He's fucked. He's batting. I'm healing.
I'm thinking I want to take some space so this guy has 2 points of interest to deal with, right?
I'm gonna go closer. You stay there.
I have a jump pad. Careful.
No. You stay there. Don't take. Fuck.
Another team comes, alright? And we die. But you see what was happening to this team, right? And you see how it could have went if we had the correct formation. We could have quickly taken this guy out, ran away, right? So this is just a scenario I'm showing you for you guys to see this stuff in your games going forward. Use the tethers, draw the lines, right? Imagine the lines, get used to seeing them in the game, and the most important line of them all is the blue line. Do not be fooled. It's not your damage, it's not how much damage you take, it's what your teammates are doing. Constantly be looking at that, or you will not make the right decisions.